Welcome back to my channel, Makayla loves gymnastics.
Hey, girl, you know I'm up here rolling up so we can hit this story.
Welcome back to my channel, Makayla loves gymnastics.
Hey, girl, I wonder what Makayla's gonna got going on today.
Welcome back to my channel, Makayla loves gymnastics.
Out here spilling tea and telling truth on gymnastics every day over here on
Makayla loves gymnastics.
the Gymnastics for Everyone Network, hosted by Makayla Loves Gymnastics.
Makayla loves gymnastics.
Hey, girl, you know I'm up here rolling up so we can hit this story.
Makayla loves gymnastics. Welcome back to my channel, Makayla loves gymnastics. Welcome back to my channel,
Get in here, honey, and sit down. We're about to start very shortly.
Welcome back to my channel, Makayla loves gymnastics. Welcome back to my channel, Makayla loves gymnastics.
Gymnastics.
For
Everyone in network.
gymnastics for everyone. A network.
And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Welcome back to my channel, Makayla loves gymnastics.
Good morning, everybody. Today is January the 13th. Happy birthday to my sister, Faye Davis Cooper. Happy birthday, sis. Today, first of all, we are on at the wrong time. I understand. Ain't nobody finna get on because people expect me to get on at 8 o'clock at night. And I do apologize, but I was up doing my hair. I thought my hair was cute, so I wanted to get on motherfucking camera. And I didn't want to bother Oscar this time of the damn morning. So, how are you guys doing? Y'all see the title. We're going to recap the Friday night's hype from the NCAA of week one. We're really going to focus on Florida and, of all teams, Kentucky. Now, stick with me. Now, on Tuesday night, I plan on doing a full show with Oscar and Ezra like we always do. So this is just going to be a very general conversation. I'm not going to get into too many details until the weekend is over with. But like I said, Florida happened. It was Florida debut season. I just got finished watching it while doing my hair. So I wanted to get on and talk to the people. How are the people doing this Saturday morning? Um, Story. Story with the kids as always. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So let's start from the beginning. Florida debuted their season yesterday, right? So in week one, Florida had a bye week. So it was their time to compete yesterday, right? And they had a quad meet. They had a quad meet with it was them, it was Fisk Gymnastics, it was Talladega Gymnastics, which was their debut gymnastics. Like this was their first gymnastics meet as a school, period. So it was historic. It was only the second historically black university to have a gymnastics program. So it was historic. And I think the name is George Washington University. So clearly Florida was the class of that meet, and Florida ate them kids alive. But let's talk about some individual things that happened in that meet. Again, we're going to go into the full detailed breakdown recap on Tuesday with Oscar and Ezra. Today, we're just talking general. And in general, I hated them down Florida Leos. And I'm going to ask the NCAA to not pride us to death this year. Please do not pride us to death this year. Please do not pride us to death this year. I don't like this. It started off as a great thing, but too many of these schools are in too many Republican ass states with too many anti-LGBTQ laws for that school to be running around here acting like they're so proud. I just don't need y'all to stop priding us to death this year. Or at least if you're gonna do pride, Leos, make them pretty. You know, the LGBTQ community is known for fashion and forward thinking and beautiful things. Just throwing a rainbow on a Leo, please do not pride us to death in 2024. Please do not pride us to death in 2024. That's all I ask. Okay, we can move on. Moving on. Now, Florida Gymnastics itself. Um, so I thought the new rule was a girl had to stay in place for a second, and then salute, and then carry on with their teammates or whatever, right? And if that doesn't happen, it is supposed to be an automatic tenth of a point. Why isn't this tenth of a point being taken across the board in the NCAA? Like sometimes y'all do it, sometimes y'all do it, but the majority of the times no. And if you're a famous athlete from a big school, Michigan, Florida, rules don't apply to you. I don't like that. In the words of Carisha, please, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Florida on ball. Florida has a lot of Yurchenko 1.5. Florida needs to improve on ball greatly if they want to compete with the likes of OU or Alabama or hell, Kentucky. The ball is if all this season seems like it's going to be a lot of team stronghold because a lot of those big girls who had 10.0 vault have aged out of NCAA gymnastics, have moved on, and a lot of these other one and a halves, you can tell in elite they used to do doubles because these one and a halves are janky. I don't think they should be getting 9.9s and 9.95s. I think they should be getting 9.8 because they're jinky and they're not doing the landing thing right that the NCAA rules just implemented. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I didn't say no names. I'm just saying if the shoe fits. These vaults, I in part B, I really love how the level 10 girls was like, yeah, fuck this Yurchenko 1.5. Pipe for half, bam. Because we have so many beautiful, beautiful pipe front halves in the NCAA, whereas we have so many janky 1.5s. You could tell, like, the girls are doing these 1.5s the way the 2012 team used to throw those Arminars around. Like, you can tell they're being thrown around. Like, it's uh, I don't like it. I think NCAA coaches, NCAA vaulting coaches, there are lots of NCAA vaults that are worth the 10 other than the Yurchenko 1.5. You just have to teach the girls how to enter the vault from a different entry. They could do a souk full. They could do a pipe front half. They could do the tuck Horkina or Prokopyeva vault. Um, they could do a handspring tuck front full. Hell, and if they used to do a Yurchenko double in elite, just keep the damn Yurchenko double. If they used to do a Yurchenko double in elite, keep the Yurchenko double. Like, making them water down to a Yurchenko 1.5 that is scary, that is Grace Makayla. It's the greatest example. Mama, Stoy Kids. So, NCAA, the reason why OU is people who are following the NCAA season, the reason why OU is so dominant is two events. Is vault, because clearly their vault in rotation is better than the rest of the collegiate. The second best team maybe is Alabama. The third best vaulting team maybe is Kentucky. But it's not even close. It's not even close. Going to uneven bars. I'm gonna need the NCAA to implement a rule that only two girls on a team can do the exact same routine. Like, it's really becoming the Russians bar routine. Like, there is literally two NCAA routines right now that everybody is doing. Everybody's either doing the Maloney pat, half turn, jump up to the high bar, giant swing, double layout, or full in, or whatever. Or everybody is doing the some form of a Takachev, pat, bail, giant swing, full in, or double layout, or double front. Every so often, we'll see somebody do a year through to a pat or a bail, giant swing, double layout, or double front half. I mean, okay, I'm so sorry. You're right, friend. There are three routines in the NCAA that everybody is doing. I'm gonna need for the NCAA to bars is, from my opinion, because y'all understand that bars in the elite is my favorite event. So bars in NCAA to me is so frustrating because it's so watered down for no reason. Like I feel like they could require a little. I'm not saying like elite level difficulty on uneven bars, just a high bar release move, a high bar full pirouette, something like it's very frustrating. It's very frustrating. Going back to who we're talking about, Florida, bars is probably Florida's best event. Bars, they have the most exciting lineup. Now, are there stick and landings and hit and handstands yet in the season? No. But hopefully, as the season progresses, those things will come. Um, balance beam. Okay. NCAA, we need to talk. We need to talk. Because of y'all, gosh, I got to see the person. I didn't see the person, Johnny, who fell 4 times on uneven bars. I got to look for that because that's I don't know how you fall 4 times. Like maybe you missed the release move twice and you missed the transition twice. I I don't know. It's a tough um, task to accomplish in the NCAA. Being Oh, and I do want to shout out to I think it was Talladega who had the young lady who threw the Yurchenko 1.5. Now, for Talladega to throw a Yurchenko 1.5 is a big thing. See, I have to go back and watch Missouri Bama because I ain't really get into that one the way I want to yet. Um, y'all gonna leave my friend Leanne Wan alone about her doing that double wolf turn on beam. She's trying to get it right for elite season, girl. Y'all gonna let her keep taking that tenth of a point until she figure it out because I need her to have it correct for elite season. That's what I'm talking about. Add these wolf. Thank you, Leanne Wan. You must follow this show because I keep telling you to add these wolf turns, add these wolf turns. They're easy D's and E's for no reason. They're easy D's and E's for no reason. Um, but that's not the rant I wanted to get into. The rant that I wanted to get into was I just don't feel like a front walkover, a free walkover to a back handspring is a connection, especially if you have a 1 second pause in between the two skills. I feel like, hey, I feel like you should not get credit for a Afro series. I feel like an Afro series is like back handspring layout step out, front handspring front tuck. I don't feel like a front aerial through to a back handspring. Now, if you did a front aerial through to a back handspring through to a layout step out, that's a connection. But front aerial back handspring, I don't know, sis. I would feel more comfortable with front aerial cartwheel. I would feel more comfortable with front aerial front roll. I mean, free walkover front roll. Like I don't know, like free walkover back handspring is not. Especially if you have a free cartwheel. Just do a free cartwheel back handspring. Do a back handspring. Yeah, Morgan, you used to do a back handspring layout step out in the lead. Just do a back handspring layout step out. All of the girls, Morgan, that's the one I'm talking about. That's the damn sure the one I'm talking about. Um, Beam is the event in NCAA that has the most variety of skills because there's so many skills in elite that are, I don't know, B, C, D skills that it's just a plethora of skills. And plus, I mean, it's lots of ways to get your acro series done in NCAA. You can do like Connor, back handspring layout. You can do a back handspring layout step out. You can do a front aerial back handspring. You can do a free cartwheel back handspring. There's just lots of ways to get that requirement accomplished in the NCAA. And I think you need a separate D skill, and that could be anything. That could be side sunny, free cartwheel, front aerial, full twisted back handspring, a nollie, punch front, jumps on jumps on jumps. It could be anything. Um, and then you only need to do a C-level dismount. And a C-level dismount is a gainer full off the side or a 1.5 twist. So it's lots of variety of skills that the girls can choose from to put these routines together. That's why Beam, to me, is the most exciting in the NCAA. Going back to Florida, y'all are okay on Beam, even though y'all had several mistakes here. I feel like y'all have solid Beam ability. It's that motherfucking floor. Florida, come sit down, bro. Come sit down. I still see it. I don't. Kelly does the front aerial backhand spring too. It might. I mean, I'm not saying it doesn't deserve. It's just that 1 second pause in between the front aerial through to the backhand spring. That is just like sis, sis. Florida, as a whole, you all have the most unexciting floor routines of all the schools. It's not that you all are choosing to do the more classical style routines. It's that the classical style routines do not work if you don't do leaps and spins, right? The classical style routines in elite, look, this is how the girls get away with those classical. Like, look at Ethor daughter, right? Mama do all the leaps and all the spins and like 2 tumbling passes, and we're cool with that, and it's entertaining to us because her leaps and spins are beautiful, right? The thing is, in NCAA, right, especially if you're only going to take your routine down to 2 tumbling passes, that means you have to have a lot of filler, right, in that routine, right? Because in NCAA, you only need to do 2 tumbling passes and 1 dance series, right? So that's only 3 requirements. The rest is dance. With those classical style of floor routines, right? You're doing your one leak passage, yes, but you're not doing like leaks throughout the routines. You're not doing turns throughout the routine. So you're just doing movements, right? And when you're doing like a more hip hop ish, more popular style floor music, right? You can do a dance that people would recognize that will be entertaining, that people have to look forward to. What you girls are doing, and let's just call a thing, Florida. You guys are just posing throughout the whole routine, right? It's not it's not giving what y'all think it's giving. I know Cassie Johnson Clark is up there on ESPN every week telling y'all that these routines are beautiful and they're graceful and they're this and they are. And they are. But there are also things adjectives that she's missing out on telling y'all that I think y'all need to hear. Like, these routines are boring. These routines are uninteresting. When y'all go to Fur, I change the channel and go to another meet. They're just so dry. It's like y'all are the greater value. It's like y'all trying to be the greater value version of Brooklyn Moors. Like, it's just not. And like, Brooklyn dances, you guys are posing. There is a difference. Brooklyn is telling a story. A sad clown who died, but there's a story there. You guys are just posing through the music. It's not giving what y'all think it's giving. And if the judges is being fair or harsh, y'all would be scoring between 9.7 and 9.85 the way I feel like y'all should be, because these routines just aren't not doing what y'all think it's doing, girl. They're not doing it what y'all think they're doing. Let's move on to Miss Kentucky, because that was the other team that because I haven't seen Bama yet, but I know Bama 8. I know Bama, and I know Missouri 8 too, but I haven't seen it yet. So let's go to Kentucky. Their floors are bad. Not the actual, okay, like, bad is the wrong word. Their floors aren't bad. They're competitive. They're just boring as fuck. Like, compared to OU, compared to Michigan, compared to UCLA, compared to LSU, compared to Utah, it's not. That's you know what it is, because it's what I'm saying. It's like, hey, Ezra, I'm sorry, I'm doing this recap without you. We're gonna do a full recap Tuesday like normal. I just got up and got this. Okay, let's talk about this wig for a second. So I spent almost $100 on this wig because it was supposed to be a human hair Brazilian wig with a beautiful 13x6 lace frontal. Girl, no. Amazon gathered me. But then I would have had to return the damn wig, right? And I ain't feel like doing all that shit. So I had a fucking frontal in my closet, and I fucking cut this wig apart, and I made it do what it do, bitch. But Amazon, count your fucking days, girl. Count your fucking days. But it looks cute though. Trust me, that's not what this wig looked like when I got it out that motherfucking package. And going back to Florida, they have, because they're posing throughout, they're not dancing. They're not dancing. They're not telling a story. again, like Brooklyn Moors. They're trying to be greater value versions of Brooklyn Moors. The reason why Brooklyn Moors can get away with doing a two-pass sad clown floor routine and it's beautiful and artistic is because she's telling a story. She's dancing with the music. She's telling a story with the music. What Florida is doing is posing through slow ass music. Y'all hear me? What Florida is doing is posing through some slow ass music. They're letting the music be the artistry. They're not being artistic in the routine. Example. I love Morgan Hurd so much, right? And we all know that I love Morgan Hurd so much, right? So we all understand that this is not a read of Morgan Hurd. I'm just giving my opinion of this floor routine. Morgan, what the fuck is that? Morgan, I know you could do way better. Jeremy, what the fuck is that? I think y'all should take her out of floor lineups for 2 weeks and give her a new floor routine. It's just bad. It's just too slow. It's just, and she's just doing all of these movements, and it's just like, girl, why? It's just so. It's so many arm waves for no reason, girl. It's so many arm movements for no reason. It's like Christina Aguilera. It's like, yes, girl, we know you can do it. We know you're a beautiful artistic gymnast, girl, but we don't need to hear you do every run in the damn vocal book on every song, girl. I don't need you to go from a whistle note to screaming to doing runs like Beyonce on fucking Genie in a Bottle, girl. I just need you to say, I'm a genie in a bottle, girl. Now, if you want to do all that on I'm beautiful, I get it. But girl, not on Genie in a Bottle, girl. And Florida, y'all giving us Genie in a Bottle, but y'all singing it like we are beautiful, girl. And we don't need all of that, girl. Like, it's too much arm movement. Victoria Wynn. But they, you know how somebody is like Billie Eilish, Billie Irish, or Eilish, or English, or whatever her name is. Billie Eilish, or English, or whatever her name is, right? Y'all know how they try to tell y'all that that girl is a great singer. Y'all know how they try to push that narrative that that girl could sing with Whitney Houston and Mariah Carey and Christina Aguilera and all the girls, right? They tell y'all Billie Eilish is that girl. She's up there with Kelly Clarkson. She's up there with I can't think of the girl name. The girl who sang Bang Bang. Jessie J. Billie Eilish vocal ability is on par with Katy Perry. Billie Eilish vocal ability is on par with Taylor Swift. I'm not saying that that girl don't have a voice, but that girl can't sing like that. She just can't. She can't. She can't. Not with all those great white pop vocalists I just named, excluding Whitney Houston. excluding Mariah Carey. Billie Eilish can't hang with no Christina Aguilera. Billie Eilish can't hang with no Kelly Clarkson. Billie Eilish can't hang with no Jessie J. Billie Eilish can't hang with no Adele. Hell, I'm gonna even say this. Billie Eilish can't even hang with no damn Miley Cyrus or Demi Lovato or Ariana Grande. Billie Eilish vocal ability is on the level of a Katy Perry, a Taylor Swift, a Selena Gomez. And that's what Florida's floor routines are giving, in my opinion. We're promised the Kelly Clarksons, but they're just giving us Billie Eilish. And I don't like it. And I don't like it at all. UCLA is giving us Kelly Clarkson. UCLA is giving us Ariana Grande. Florida, y'all are down here with Selena. Hell, y'all might not even be Billie Eilish. Y'all might be Selena Gomez, actually. Yeah, y'all right here. I love you like a love song, baby. Yeah, y'all right here being Selena Gomez, but y'all promising us Kelly Clarkson vocals, and it's just not giving it, and we see it for what it is. And them judges should be giving those 13 scores of 9.7 to 9.8. Because A, the choreography is not given. B, landings are damn sure not given, because even on floor, the rule is you're supposed to pause and then go to the lunge. You're supposed to pause. You're not supposed to hop into the lunge and it counts as a stick. You're supposed to pause and then step into the lunge. That's not what they're doing. That's not what they're doing. These 13 should be getting 9.7s. I understand this is your first season without Trinity Thomas. Hell, Leanne Wan is there, but we can tell her heart is in elite. She's just there just to finish her college, but her heart is at elite, right? Yeah. But y'all have time. Y'all have time. Y'all have time. I believe in you, Florida. I'm from Florida. I'm a Florida fan. I'll be a Florida stan. I believe in y'all. I think y'all have time to get it together. Story. Kentucky as a whole, y'all look fucking great. And for y'all to get a 197 plus on the road first week, bitches should be scared. And that's the other thing, as where they don't have an E pass in those 2 pass floor routines. Like Morgan is starting, like they gave us a double layout at the Meet the Gators training thing, but she did a front layout through to a Rudy, which is a smart pass for her. I'm not saying that's a bad pass for her, but if that's going to be her opening pass, it needs to start off with a double pipe. Let that be her second pass, ends with a double tuck. I would be perfectly fine with that. But without that double tuck or double pike at the first, it gives what the, and it's so slow. And it's so slow. And she's only doing 2 dance skills, which is fucking switch ring through to a switch app. Like it again. I said it when she said it. On this one, Kelly's getting it right. I don't like that she said it, The messenger is the wrong person, but she's right. I know it does in elite. I'm not sure the rules. Oh, that's why they all end with the D. Okay. Okay, so it's like elite. But isn't a double tuck a D2? So they started with a double pipe. Oh, but ending with the double tuck is what okay. That's how they get enough to start from a 10.0. It's just so, and I'm not trying to say push your bodies. I'm not trying, but this is arguments. I don't know. I personally, it's just, but look, and it's not even the two passes because, and this is where I'm going to back off from agreeing with Makayla Skinner. I can't believe I was up there agreeing with Makayla Skinner for a motherfucking second. It's not the two passes. It's not the two passes because UCLA have a lot of two pass throw routines that I think are good. It's the unentertainment of the floor routine. It's just the unentertainment factor of their floor routines. They're just so womp womp womp. Combo first pass, floating around, waving my arms, moving from this side to the floor, moving from that side to the floor. Sashay, sashay, switch ring, which shouldn't get credit. Splitly pass, dance. I'm on the floor. I'm falling. Get a chop. Moving around the floor, waving my arms. Right off backhand screen, double pipe. Get a chop. And it's like Florida. Ain't nobody gonna dance. Ain't nobody gonna entertain. Like everybody just gonna pose and float and be floating angels. I'm gonna put this on the screen. I'm gonna put this on the screen because that's the mother that's a word. That's a word. In Gymnastics 101, we want either artistry or entertainment. In Florida, you seem to have neither one. That's a fucking word. That's a fucking word, bitch. And that's what I'm saying. Like, if you're going to do a slow routine, I think Alyssa Bauman is a good example. She did a double wolf turn. I know y'all hate the wolf turns, but that's Rachel Bauman. Alyssa Bauman, towards the end of her career, was doing the two pass slow routine and doing like, but it still was entertaining. Like she was, and it wasn't necessarily like pop music, but what she was doing was beautiful. It was working with the music, and none of these girls, it's just not giving content. In Florida, I know y'all, Jeremy, I know you can do so much better, girl. No tea, all shade, bitch. Um, so tonight, you guys, we get a lot of gymnastics again. Um, and see, and that's the thing with Florida. They used to have those type of routines with like Alyssa Borman and Trinity and Kennedy Baker and Bridget and all of them girls. It's like it's real sad, Florida. It's real sad. And I think that the Utah, I think, is tonight. Hey, Desi. Thank you. I think Utah is tonight. Um, let me see. So that's the meet. So fuck everything else I was going to say. We have a quad meet with Oklahoma versus LSU versus UCLA versus Utah. That is what everybody needs to be paying attention to. That is the World Championships of College Gymnastics. I don't see how that meet could get any better than that. The only way this week, if Florida and Michigan was there, and I wouldn't know who I would want to see Florida and Michigan replace. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wow to the wow, 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 wow. 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 Hey, Nisha. Wow, 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 wow. That is going to be a meet. That is going to be a meet. In all honesty, I don't know. Ooh. Clearly, I think Oklahoma is going to win. But we might get our first 198 of the season from this meet right here. So, Ezra, what time does this meet start? Because clearly, we're going to watch it over there at Addicts. And I want you all over there. And when y'all get over there, I want y'all to hashtag gymnastics for everyone. I will be over there. I wonder if I go over there for the gymnastics for everyone. You know what? I'm not going to do it. I had this very petty spirit with his ass. I'm not going to do it. I love my friend. Okay. So that is going to be a great, great, great meet. Oh, it's on ABC, so Addis ain't for the broadcast it. Oh shit. Okay. Well, he might broadcast it. So if it's 3 p.m. Central Time, then it's 2 p.m. Oh, so it's going to start at 2 in the afternoon. Yeah, Addis might stream it. Or if he doesn't stream it, it's on ABC, so I'm pretty sure most of us can get it. Maybe not the international people. So he might stream it. But that's going to be the meet. And if he doesn't stream it, number one Gym Fan is going to play it like an hour later. So, that's going to be a big one. That UCLA, UCLA people come to Florida. Y'all can go train, girl, go train. UCLA people, y'all cannot come here embarrassing me, girl. Y'all cannot come here embarrassing me. Y'all cannot come here on some bullshit. Y'all cannot come here with these janky ass walks. Because Oklahoma and Utah. Oh my God. Oklahoma, Utah, and LSU is set to slay, girl. LSU is going to prove something to you, girl. UCLA, please do not come here on some bullshit. Please be the school that I know that y'all are, girl. Please be the school that I know that y'all are and come in here and show them people that y'all are like one of the top. Not UCLA ended up being. Well, that means they begin on floor, which is cool. They can gather a lead on floor because now Florida, darling. I know I told y'all to go train, but y'all might want to come back here because since I'm gonna need y'all to watch this old meet and see what a floor rotation should look like, because we are gonna see a OU floor rotation, a LSU floor rotation, Utah floor rotation, and a UCLA floor rotation. Bitch, that shit's gonna eat. Y'all can't come here embarrassing me because I was talking shit on the show about how y'all was gonna win the national. Oh, Ezra, girl, girl. Let's be messy for a second. Do y'all think Alexis Jeffrey is gonna go to the UCLA team and congratulate them or speak to them? Ezra, what they gonna do on vault those sis? Because UCLA can keep up with these girls on 3 events. UCLA can keep up with these girls on 3 events. Oh Lord, they start some bars. Girl. 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 I put the link in the chat. If anybody wants to get on, you can. You don't have to. No, you don't have to. I just leaving that option open because a lot of people be like, girl, y'all never put the link in the chat up, girls, and we can't get on and say what the hell we gotta say. So I put the link in the chat, girl. I remember this time, girl. My bad. My bad. LSU is on bars, so that means they starts on beam. That's not bad for LSU. I trust LSU. OU has Olympic order, so that means Utah starts on floor. Yeah, as Oklahoma should. They're the best team here. No shade. And they're not even my team. But I can't recognize the best team for what it is. Um, I feel, but this is a very, especially for like just rankings and stuff like that. Um, Nisha. Oh shit, somebody did join. Oh snap, I didn't expect nobody to join. Ezra. Okay. It didn't go through, Fred. Let's try it again. Nisha, how do you feel um, Connor's going to do tonight? Just type it out in the chat, sis. How do you feel Connor's going to do? Because her first, and Nisha, did anybody see the girl who fell 4 times on bars And can y'all tell me what happened? Because I need to see this. Because how do you fall 4 times on bars? In the NCAA, that means like you literally fell on every skill that you tried. So OU is going to start on vault. I don't. And the crazy thing about OU and vault in this, they got them your Chico 1.5s down at. Their your Chico 1.5s look amazing. Wow. Oh, Nisha. Hey, sis.
Good morning.
I'm sorry to get on so early, you guys, but I work overnight, so I just was up. But how do you feel about this quad meet this afternoon?
I don't really care for quad meets, but I guess I gotta watch this one. That's my team. I'm just hoping for a good meet. I want everybody to stay on beam. I want it to be competitive, and not like the quad meet last weekend with OU. I want it to be competitive, like a nail biter into like the final event. So that's what I'm hoping for.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be competitive. I think OU is. I think OU is gonna walk away with this, but I think it's gonna be competitive. Which team are you most um, nervous for outside of LSU?
I'm just not for an event. That's the event that I'm nervous for. Everyone except for OU and Utah. So I would say if LSU and UCLA can get through Beam without those fouls again, I think it'll be a close score in the end.
Out of all of these, I don't know if you was listening to the first half of the conversations when I was talking about how boring I think Florida's floor routines are and how they need to watch this meet to learn how to choreograph a 2-pass floor routine because their floor routines are just horrible. Um, Out of this group of girls on this day of competition, who do you think is the best floor? Like on each event, which team do you think is the best on each event?
Okay, let me start at vault. I would say OU, but LSU can be better on vault. Like they rank number 1 right now as far as week 1, but they can be better. I've seen videos where they sticking vaults.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say podium may have something to do with this. It's a little bouncier, but I would say right now, I would say OU and LSU are kind of neck and neck on vault based on what I've seen in the first week.
Uh huh.
Okay, then bars, OU, clearly OU. I didn't go back and watch the Utah meet from last week, so I don't know how Utah did on bars. So they probably did pretty well. So I would say OU, then probably Utah, then LSU. And on beam, I would say clearly OU and Utah. Clearly on
Yeah.
beam.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then floor, I would say scoring wise, UCLA has the most potential. And then I would say LSU and OU are right there in second. I would say, yeah.
Agreed.
And I was on your Twitch. I'm the someone for you to envy, but I went over to your YouTube page because Twitch kicked me off. So I came
Really?
over here. Yeah. Somebody had my screen name on Twitch when I first tried to like get on there. So I had to like make a whole nother name, which makes it kind of my Twitter. So yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So I heard your whole thing about Florida. I just hadn't watched the meet yet. I have to go back and watch
Okay.
it.
So it's a quad meet though. It's a
Yeah,
quad meet.
that's why I put it off until if I watch it, fine. If I don't, I'm okay. Cause I watched like Kentucky and Auburn, and I watched
Oh my
what was
gosh.
the
How do
first
you
one?
feel about
Missouri, Bama. So yeah, I watched those first.
I didn't watch Missouri Bama. I was watching the Florida because I'm a Florida girl, so I love
Hmm.
Florida. But Bama looks surprisingly good. Like I didn't expect Alabama to come out this strong with a whole new coach this fast.
Yeah, Bama has a lot of room for potential and for improvement. They have a lot of room, a lot. That's what's scary. Like they can get so much better in those routines.
I think if Bama and Michigan too, like y'all
Oh
know
yeah.
I'm not a Michigan fan, but I gotta respect what I'm seeing. Like
Hmm.
I think at the beginning of the season, I was very convinced it was going to be OU, Utah. Basically, this whole lineup at this quad meet minus minus um, UCLA and Florida as the Final Four. Watching the season progress, it's just week 2 now. I'm starting to be convinced that it might be OU, Bama, Michigan, and LSU.
But thing with Michigan is they get tired. They ride those girls all season long. Like Sierra and gosh, what's the other one? Naomi and the other I forget. I'm going blank now. But they ride and they get worn out as the season goes. They get tired. So postseason they're tired. Last
And
two
then
years those girls have burnt out.
And then Michigan is already starting out throwing double layouts and everything first week, where other schools they don't necessarily use that strategy.
Hmm.
Oh, you use that strategy though. Oh, you throw all their difficulty their whole season and it's just fine. So
You know,
I'm not sure.
all you their girls are never hurt. Like what's KJ Kindler's like recipe for injuries? Like those girls are like never really injured.
I think it's the way they land those balls. Like I hate it, but maybe it's something to it where it the way they do their landings, maybe it's a better way of absorbing impacts. I'm not sure. But you're right. Like their girls go full difficulty throughout the whole season, and it's very like sometimes they may lose one girl in the season, but they're not like LSU.
They're
No
not
offense,
LSU. They're not
that would lose like
or
five of
Georgia.
their five of their top girls that would make lineups on every event, like or Michigan or Florida. Who else? You know who else looks really good too? If you go
Kentucky.
back Kentucky and Georgia too. I think Georgia might be on their renaissance.
With Georgia, I would say with Haley DeYoung out and Vanessa Dennis for their being their out season ending injuries, I don't see Georgia contending.
I'm not saying they're going to contend. They just look like they have the talent to rebuild the team where
Well,
they
yeah.
haven't looked this good in a long time, in a very long time.
I need them to like not break Lily Smith. We need her all 4 years.
Billy Smith,
Yes,
Jeffrey Scott, like don't make them mad and transfer schools. Like,
exactly.
um, because I'm sure when Florida get the scholarships, they love stealing y'all gymnasts. They love stealing y'all gymnasts.
They do.
Um, how do you feel about the Kentucky score on versus Auburn?
Auburn had a lot of little small things that chipped away from this. Like their beam wasn't good. They had like a little small things like they couldn't really stick anything besides bars. They had a lot of small things that just chipped away, chipped away, chipped away. Kentucky was like hitting everything almost. You can tell Kentucky has more experience too. There's a difference. They have even though Auburn has people like had been there long, like Kentucky had like the more experience as far as like postseason. You could tell that last night.
Kentucky, I really like their strategy of most of their team do those tight front halves. They
Front
don't
pike halves. They have 3 in their lineup. Yeah.
they don't really mess with those your cheaper 1.5s like that.
Yeah, McNally, Patterson, and the last vaulter, I forgot her name, but yeah, all of them do front pike halves. So next Friday it will be the battle of the front pike halves with Haley Bryant at LSU next Friday. So we'll see. We will see at our home. We will see.
The girl that challenges Haley Bryant's pipe front half is that
Sage
girl from
Kellerman, Michigan
yeah.
State.
Oh
Yeah,
my gosh, that's
I
hers.
love her vault. Yeah.
And me and Ezra agree. Like she actually hits the pipe position before she goes into the layout position. So
Hmm.
I would give her credit for a pipe for half, whereas Haley does a layout front
It's more
half.
laid out. Hmm.
Yeah.
And then
Um,
Ezra will be battling tonight. His UCLA versus my LSU.
how do
We'll
you
see
feel
the.
like okay? How do you feel like it's gonna play out at the end of the day?
I would say OU maybe beats LSU by like maybe 2 tenths, 2 or 3 tenths. And then LSU will beat Utah by maybe a tenth. And then UCLA will be last, like last weekend.
Oh,
I don't want to jinx myself. I could be totally wrong, but it is early.
UCLA has been doing this like for the last 3 seasons of like starting off really bad and then
Hmm.
getting better as the season got along. Do you think that's
Which
a
is that's the way it should be. Yeah, I think it's the way it should be. I think you shouldn't throw everything in the beginning. That's not worth it because you can only count 6 meets. So for your NQS, so I agree. Start off slow and gradually build. Jay Clark using all sorts of kind of adjustment all around week 1. Come on now.
do you feel ooh, um how do you feel like this meet is gonna that's not the question. The question is, do you feel like any team is gonna break the 198 score at this meet?
I would say probably OU because the people want tens when it's on ABC. They want high scoring when it's on
Mm.
ABC. If you guys have noticed the last couple of years, the meets on ABC normally get close to the 198s. Of course, they have Kathy Johnston Clark on there saying everything is good. She's on ABC too, so I think yeah, possibly. Oh, you could possibly get 198. That's what people want when it's on national TV to like bring viewers in. So I could definitely see that.
Do you think Selena Harris should go back to her full in and take out the double layout?
I would say either or. I guess I love Selena. She should have been at LSU. Jay Clark's fumbled that bag, but anyways, I love Selena. Like I wish she was at LSU. But anyways,
But both of those skills are kind of the way she does them. Both are kind of like they both have built-in
but
deductions.
yeah,
Selena is actually one of the girls who would benefit from just doing a double pike at the beginning of her routine.
no, she did 2 passes or 3. I can't remember from last week.
She does
She only did
three.
3. Okay,
She does a double layout, double tuck, 1.5 front half into a jump.
gotcha.
So
I
she's
would
a
say she's better in pike position. I would say her layout. I mean, she does the double. She can, but it's at the end. It's kind of pike. I get what you're saying now, and I think about it. I have to see today and just really pay attention.
as Mary said, don't be telling lies. Selena is right where she needs to be at.
No, she's not. I'm happy for her though. Like I would always root for her because, like I love her gymnastics. So
um, didn't one season Shay Campbell do a handspring double twister front as her opening pass?
I can't confirm. I'm not sure. But
Or am I
you said
imagining that? Desi said Selena would eat as an LSU girl.
She would. I agree.
How do you feel that Savannah is doing over there at LSU?
I like Savannah. Like I couldn't stand her at Florida because I didn't like Florida. Like I was like, I don't like her because she was so good, on bars and ball. I always stuck them against LSU, so I was like, I don't like her. She's too good. Now LSU, I'm hoping she does that same when she's at LSU. When she did, like her fall, she almost sat her down last week. Her bars, she's got to get that dismount together. But yeah, I like Sav. I like her now that she's with us because she was too. I didn't like her when she was for Florida. Not as like not. I just did. She was always good against us. So yeah.
Her and Haley Bryant basically do the exact same bar team, right?
Yeah, but Haley has a straddle.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do
I
you
gotta go back and
feel?
watch. They said Sloan dismount. She flew forward or something last night. Did you see Sloan dismount on bars?
Yeah, so I love them Blakely sisters down, but it's like they both have the exact same issues where they just make these weird mistakes that for no reason. Like Sloan wasn't like really that over rotated. She just pulled it down too hard.
So you think Sloan's gonna carry that team this year? Do you think her or Anya's gonna have to carry that team?
I think the person who
Or Ellie Lazari?
it would have to be Leanne, but clearly Leanne's focus is
No,
on
then it's yeah. That's why.
because
Yeah.
she's trying to learn how to do a wolf turn, but she's trying to learn how to do it in NCAA. So she's like, fuck this deduction. I need to learn how to do this wolf turn for elite. So, ooh. I think the person who would have to carry the team is actually Victoria.
Hmm. Can she though?
In my opinion, she's their top all around gymnast outside of Leanne.
I remember her being hurt a lot when she was at Georgia in the elite for some reason. That's why I'm like, can she? Her injury history.
Salone we have to change some things. Like she needs to have to like her sister throw a half turn at that double front. Like her whole college career, that double front dismount has given her lots of issues. Like,
Hmm.
and who the hell does a double front in NCAA? Like that dismount is so hard to stick. Like in NCAA, it's all about sticking things. Like
Hey, Shay Campbell does it.
Shea Campbell needs to take it out too. Shea Campbell, what we gonna do about Beam Girl? Like, how you gonna carry UCLA and your beam is doing that?
Someone said this would be their first time on ABC. Is that true for UCLA? Like this is their first time being on the ABC like all time. I'm like, that can't be right, right?
How many years have they started doing the national championships on ABC? Like 3 or 4 years?
It used to be on ESPN, yeah. Well, it could be because they haven't been there the last couple of years. So yeah, that may be
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Morgan could carry the team. I believe in her talent. I think she could carry the team. It's just
I think Morgan's one slight injury away from ending her career. Like, because the Heat interview she did, you could tell her body's just battered. You can tell.
the thing with Florida is they put a lot of bets on. I'm not gonna say that. That's horrible. They gave a lot of girls scholarships while they were great, young, talented, elite level gymnasts. But then those girls kept deferring. They kept trying for the Olympics and just kept getting hurt. So about the time they got to NCAA, they were like broke.
Hmm.
So, like, Florida should have Morgan and Riley McCusker, who should be the ones carrying this team easily. Morgan is, like she just said, one injury away from medically retiring. Riley McCusker, I'm not sure if we're ever going to see her again.
I'm not even sure what Riley's injury was. They said lower leg. I'm not sure if it was Achilles or ACL or broken foot. I'm not sure what it was, what it is.
If it's her damn ankle again, that might be the end of that. And then Kayla DiCello, who was supposed to say, I'm done with Elite, hey, NCAA, was like, you know what? Why the fuck not? Elite again.
Yeah, that was a big
Leanne
loss
is
for them.
Leanne is there, but Leanne is like, hey, I'm here, but I'm gonna try all this shit for Elite. So whatever I get, that's what I'll get.
The thing about Florida is they getting all these young people in the lineups like Ungi and all them. Like they don't have experience like for the next couple of years.
Yeah, like
That's a good thing. The bright side
for this team, like because Morgan got one more year, Riley has one more year, Sloan has one more year. Who else has one more year?
Does Ellie have one more year if she chooses to?
I think Victoria has one more year too, but she did her first year at Georgia.
When Sloan
So
coming in next year, they're going to be pretty good next year. If Sloan comes in not injured from the Olympics and Leanne not injured from this elite in college, they're going to be hard to beat next year. On paper. On paper.
and plus I'm gonna say this, and I don't mean this in no kind of way, shape, or form, or shade, or anything. They're gonna get a lot of the broken girls are gonna graduate out of the system, which is gonna be great for Florida, actually.
Yeah.
And hopefully they learn this lesson of stop betting on these elite girls while they're trying for the Olympics, because once they get to college, and stop letting OU get all the damn JO girls in Utah.
Because they can sniff a good level 10. You guys know that.
Mm-hmm.
You can smell one from like 50,000 miles away.
I'm pretty sure OU was trying to get Avery Neff for so long, but they just couldn't get it.
I figured she was staying close to home. That was kind of, yeah, because we tried to get her too. But
I'm sure everybody tried to get her. Like
yeah.
that's one of them talented young ladies that if Elite wasn't so messed up, probably would be dominant in Elite right now. But she was like, yeah, I have no interest in doing all of that. Well, you guys, thank you, Nisha. I'm gonna let you guys go because I have to. If I'm gonna wake up at 2 o'clock, I definitely have to go to sleep because I have to work tonight. So I love you guys. Thank you, Nisha. Thank you, everybody, for this little impromptu show. See you guys later. Bye.
And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of